Boom. Welcome. Episode 57 of Fantasy Happy Hour. We have Carly making her way into the intro with What Are You Drinking Now? Uh, uh, we got kind of a boring game to start off week 2 Thursday. We got New York Giants versus the Washington football team. Should be a pretty fun showdown. I do have some exciting news though for this episode 57. We do have a special guest joining us. So let's welcome him to the show. Welcome to T. Golinowski, our new football Thursday night insider for week 2 here. As I was saying during the intro here, Travis, we have a kind of a snoozer here for week 2, Washington football team, New York Giants. Taryn, you want to take it away and kind of run us through what you're thinking for some of this Thursday night showdown here?
Well, first off, what a change of pace from week 1. I mean, we got that great game, Dallas and Tampa Bay, and now we go to this game with the New York Giants and Washington football team, both losing in week 1. Fitzmagic goes to the IR. Looks like it's going to be Heineke with the potential of Cam Newton coming in today. I saw a bunch of grumblings, but I don't know. I can't see him learning the offense that fast, so I'm going to say Heineke's starting this. But if we lean into the DraftKings plays here, this is a tough game. Captain spot, probably Antonio Gibson for me on the Washington side. 23 touches, 118 yards. Heineke's a dump-off kind of quarterback. He's not a deep ball guy. And so I see him kind of leaning that way. He didn't get a TD either. Gibson, for running for 118, didn't see a TD, which is huge for point value. So I like that play on the Washington side. If I go to the New York Giants side, I like swinging back at Kenny Golladay. I think he kind of came in. He's kind of got a lingering injury in a couple of them, I believe. But he's going up against Kyle Fuller and William Jackson, and he outstretches them by about 4 inches in height. And so I like the matchup for Kenny Golladay. He was kind of a beast. They called him the next Megatron there last year over in the Lions area. So I kind of really like swinging back to him after Shepard had the big game. So I think everybody will like Shepard more, and he's cheaper. So I kind of like those two plays. But Travis, maybe you can swing in here. Who's your favorite picks in this game?
Yeah, it's tough picking. Just like you guys say, it's a bit of a snoozer. I kind of went heavy on Washington there. Figure it's going to be low score, and I was looking at their defense as a captain there. Ultimately went with Heineke there. Points you mentioned there. He was in that playoff game against Tampa last year. Kind of moved the ball pretty well. Gave Tom a little bit of a run. So I think he can move the ball in that offense for sure. I went with him as captain. McKissick with him, and then also Terry McLaurin. Get a couple points that way. Hopefully, dump the ball off and let Terry pick up some yak there. So, and then on the other side, again, kind of tough. Saquon, you never know. Didn't have a great showing last week. Hopefully, knock off a little bit of rust, and he can put up a couple points this week. So went with him, and then Slayton on the other end there. Didn't want to go too heavy on Washington there. I think it'll be low scoring. So the Washington defense really had me interested.
Yeah, they should have a bounce back potential here because they didn't play very well there last week at all. Chase Young taking a lot of penalties too, and it was kind of rough. One thing I noted was specifically with Saquon is the coach says he's getting eased back in, but we all know there's going to be that burst moment where they just cut the chains and let him ride. And that game's going to be the game you want him in, but you just don't know when that's coming. So it's kind of loose. I do like McLaurin, but I think my favorite pass catcher for Heineke, and he showed it in the playoffs, is Logan Thomas at tight end.
Was definitely looking that way.
Yeah, 7,400. I think he might be the guy. Heineke likes him because he likes that quick, short passing game.
Dump it off.
And McLaurin's a better deep ball up the middle, kind of stretch the field guy. So the only other cheap option I had, and it was on the Giants side, was Kyle Rudolph coming over from the Vikings. A little bit of Vikings bias coming in, but he's a touchdown guy.
Yeah.
So you're not going to get a ton of yardage or catches out of him, but you probably might see him come in with 1 or 2 TDs with 20 yards. He's just that's his type of style. He's more of an end zone guy. So that's really all I see. I like the Washington D like you. And I mean, Daniel Jones is in play because he does rush. He has the rushing upside, which is nice for his quarterback play, but outside of that, this game's kind of tough. kind of pick your style, lean Washington D, I guess, in this
Well,
neck of the world.
Daniel Jones does have the rushing when he's not tripping over his own feet at the end zone. But one thing I just want to throw to you, Taryn, and quickly get your input on is for a really cheap depth option here, being a little bit different, you could also go Humphreys. Last week, he was targeted twice, caught both of them, only 10 yards, but he's kind of that play where if you're going to get him for $2,000 in the showdown, if he gets the 2 targets and one's a TD, that could be the difference maker for you there.
Yeah. I was looking through the cheap options. That's good. You noticed that. I had McKissick or Rudolph as deep as I liked. I was having a rough time in the cheap end, but I don't mind that play. He needs to get into the end zone to probably pay off at that kind of area.
It's just when you get these boring games where you know the same 5 players are going to be picked, you need that one player to just get lucky.
Wow, and based on how the season's going so far, hunt for them rookies. It seems like it's just rookie breakout year. First week it was, and tonight's game, that backup running back that now gets to play kind of the primary role there in Baltimore is taking over the game. So hunt for the rookies if either of these teams have one coming up. I don't know any off the top. So
Yeah, I was also looking the kickers way as well. Thinking it'll be low scoring. A couple field goals might win it. So a couple plays there.
Awesome. Well, thanks for joining us, Travis. Maybe next time we'll be able to get you in on a Sunday video when you get a little bit more confident with your picking there. Who knows?
Yeah.
Maybe after this video, when it blows up because you got all the right picks and you want to, the $250,000, we can have you back and maybe you'll even build us a studio. Who knows?
Who knows?
thanks, Trav.
Okay, thanks, Travis, for joining us. And if you guys enjoyed the video, give it a like, give us a subscribe. That's awesome. We're 4 more closer to 100, only 7 away now.
Yeah.
So, yeah, thank you guys very much. And thanks again, Travi G.